quotes wisdom, where the pursuit of knowledge and the exploration of wisdom converge. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Good judgment is the result of experience, and experience the result of bad judgment. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience, this is the ideal life. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Kindness is a language which the deaf can hear, and the blind can see. The trouble is not in dying for a friend, but in finding a friend worth dying for. The best way to cheer yourself is to try to cheer someone else up. Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Name the greatest of all inventors. Accident. The worst loneliness is to not be comfortable with yourself. A man cannot be comfortable without his own approval. All you need in this life is ignorance and confidence, then success is sure. The secret to getting ahead is getting started. Why do you sit there looking like an envelope, without any address on it? History doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. A clear conscience is the sure sign of a bad memory. Get your facts first, and then you can distort them as much as you please. The two most important days in your life are the day you are born, and the day you find out why. The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. Never put off till tomorrow what may be done day after tomorrow just as well. Worrying is like paying a debt you don't owe. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. A half-truth is the most cowardly of lies. A lie can travel halfway around the world, while the truth is putting on its shoes. Thunder is good, thunder is impressive. But it is lightning that does the work. Never tell the truth to people who are not worthy of it. Never allow someone to be your priority, while allowing yourself to be their option. Books are for people who wish they were somewhere else. Sanity and happiness are an impossible combination. Everyone is a moon, and has a dark side which he never shows to anybody. If you pick up a starving dog and make him prosperous, he will not bite you. This is the principal difference between a dog and man. Always do what is right. It will gratify half of mankind and astound the other. When you fish for love, bait with your heart, not your brain. If animals could speak, the dog would be a blundering, outspoken fellow. but the cat would have the rare grace of never saying a word too much. Forgiveness is the fragrance that the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it. I didn't have time to write a short letter, so I wrote a long one instead. A banker is a fellow who lends you his umbrella when the sun is shining, but wants it back the minute it begins to rain. Never argue with a fool. Onlookers may not be able to tell the difference. Never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level, and then beat you with experience. I have found out that there ain't no surer way to find out whether you like people or hate them than to travel with them. To get the full value of joy, you must have someone to divide it with. Of all the animals, man is the only one that is cruel. He is the only one that inflicts pain for the pleasure of doing it. Any emotion, if it is sincere, is involuntary. It is curious that physical courage should be so common in the world, and moral courage so rare. The most interesting information come from children, for they tell all they know, and then stop. Anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. The human race has only one really effective weapon, and that is laughter. I've had a lot of worries in my life, most of which never happened. There is a charm about the forbidden that makes it unspeakably desirable. Reality can be beaten with enough imagination. It's easier to fool people than to convince them that they have been fooled. It's better to keep your mouth shut and appear stupid than open it and remove all doubt. It is better to deserve honors and not have them, than to have them and not deserve them. Action speaks louder than words, but not nearly as often. It takes your enemy and your friend, working together, to hurt you to the heart. The one to slander you, and the other to get the news to you. The right word may be effective, but no word was ever as effective as a rightly timed pause. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the really great make you feel that you, too, can become great. After all these years, I see that I was mistaken about Eve in the beginning. It is better to live outside the garden with her than inside it without her.